So in today's video, we're going to look at my thoughts after running the Ryobi 2-stage snow thrower on 4 different snow blowing occasions. You're kind of seeing a path right here that I've been widening out to about 4 widths with the snow blower. And we're going to go look at the unit, and I'm going to share a couple of things that I've learned while using it. All right, now this unit's been out and we have blown snow 4 different times. The last time we were out, it had about 4 inches of snow, but it had some snow from prior times, so there was a little bit more to go through. A couple of observations with it. First off, right here, there we are, right here. This is your shear pins. Now, I have not needed to use these, but this is good to know that the shear pins are here because when you hit something, like a rock or something, the shear pin right there, that's designed to snap, and you'll have to replace those. And they're up there and ready to go. When we did the first video, we talked about setting the shoes up for the scraper down here to keep that off the cement. I probably would lower it a little bit more because we are on cement, especially now that we're getting into, I have a nice snow base between the house and the shop here. If I didn't have the snow base, I probably would have them up a little higher. And all I have to do is go and take a ratchet on the other side here. These are carriage bolts. Loosen this and I can adjust the shoes. I'm going to lower the scraper down just so it cleans to the concrete a little bit better. Now as I go into next year, I'll probably adjust it up again. Next is one of the tires now. And this happens when you have, when you're buying things, the tube in here. The tube in here is having some issues and it's leaking slowly. So each time I have to fill it up. I'm going to get a hold of Ryobi warranty and they'll get it taken care of. No problem whatsoever. But to take it apart, to do that, I'm going to need to take off this little clip, pop that off, take the whole piece off, take the rim off, and then put the new tube in. It's going to take a little time, and I will show you guys in a video how I do that once those pieces get here. But that's one of the problems here, is that it loses air. And basically I fill it up before we start, and by the next day, it's needing more air. Having the ability to carry all the batteries is absolutely fabulous, and I love that capability. But when you're snow blowing, you've got the little indicators right here for your battery pair A on that side and battery pair B. Now these will vary depending upon the load and what I'm doing. I've been kind of bouncing back and forth between having a 2 6-amp-hour here and 2 4-amp-hour here, or having all of the 6-amp-hour batteries across here. When it's 6-amp-hour battery, they're more consistent on what they're showing. When I'm doing a mix, 4-amp-hour on this side, 6-amp-hour on this side, I'll have 3 lights and I'll have 2 lights. Then when I stop, it'll go to 4 and 3. Then as I continue down, it's just, they kind of bounce back and forth. And again, that's depending upon the load. And it's also kind of depending upon how cold it is. You're going to have different levels of reading. It'll give you close, but it's not going to be completely accurate because these are giving you a, is this 25%? Is this 50% lit? Is this... And then how that all fits together is could be a little confusing for you. It gives you a rule of thumb, but I ran for another 20 minutes the other day. That 4-amp-hour were flashing here, and I had bars on this side, and it was running, and it continued to run for quite a little while on just the second pair of batteries. The final little observation is the chute control right here, and I'm going to just turn this around a little bit. The chute is all tied in up here. This is where everything, all the pivoting happens and such. And people have been talking about this who have this, is you're going to have snow. This is just basically kind of above the outgoing chute there from the auger down below. It's not sealed up whatsoever. It has a little gap on the bottom. So you will have some snow that comes up into here and somehow, gets around this little part and down. You will have snow. This will be kind of a snowy machine, messy machine when I'm done snow blowing. But overall, most of it is going far, far away. For those who are taking it into a place where you want to have it super clean, you got to have a little work cut out for you, not specifically because of this, but because of snow blowing. When you're blowing into the wind, it all comes right back at you. That's just the reality of blowing snow off a driveway. But for those who are wondering, if this little chute seals up, it does not seal up. It's basically suspended in air above that outgoing chute there from the auger. And you're going to have a little bit of snow that's going to fall to the sides. The final part comes in turning. Now, the way this is running is that the two wheels are locked in together and they will turn together. They will go forward together or in reverse, and they have, of course, speed adjustment. When it comes to turning, it's a little bit of a struggle. Now, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm over 6 foot tall, and I have to kind of get into this a little bit for turning it on my concrete areas. It's not impossible, but it doesn't freewheel very well at all. So that is going to be a concern for some of us who would rather go to something that might be a little bit easier to turn. If you're a person who needs to move a lot of snow and you're a pretty strong person, it's not a problem. It can easily be done. But if it's something that, grabbing and turning this or having to pull it backwards is going to be a little bit of a struggle, this may not be the snowblower for you. Hey, that gives you a few thoughts here as I've been kind of going through and using the two-stage snowblower here from Ryobi. We'll put links in the description below so you can go check it out online and kind of get an idea of where it's at, the price and such from Home Depot. This is available right now exclusively from Home Depot, and they finally have them in stock. Yay! And you guys will be able to go check them out a little bit more on the website. It does have LED lights. It does have hand warmers. I have not used either of those yet because it's been bright enough and my hands have been warm enough. So I haven't gotten to that point of using those yet, but we'll get there and be able to check it out soon. This is John Young. Hey, thanks for watching.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.